Okay, I think that might be everybody now. So what we're going to do is Kira and Joe are teachers. Jim, are you a teacher?
Principal in Joe's school.
Principal in Joe's school. Okay, so what we might do first is I'm just going to go around, and if each of you could just tell me your first name and your school and maybe what your favorite thing about the climate program was, if you have one. I'm going to start with Marita. Hi, Marita.
It's Chloe.
Oh, okay. Hi, Chloe.
So my name is Chloe. I go to Clare National School, and my favorite part of the climate action program was I think making the houses and learning about different kinds of renewable energy.
Okay, brilliant. Was there anything that you didn't like?
Not really.
No. Okay, brilliant. I'm going to come back with specific questions, but we'll go around the room first. So how about Cahill Ryan? Maybe that's your dad's name, or is it your name?
Yeah, that's my name.
That's your name. How are you doing?
Good.
What school do you go to, Cahill?
I go to Knockney.
Knockney. And what did you think of the climate program?
It was good.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite part?
I like making the town of the future.
Making the town of the future. Yeah, that was a good one. Brilliant. And was there anything you didn't like?
I liked it all.
All of it? Okay, great. So that's Cahill. What age are you, Cahill?
10.
10. Brilliant. What about Erin Kennedy? Hi, Erin.
Hi.
Is Erin is your name, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. And what age are you?
10.
10 as well. Great. And what school do you go to?
Knockney.
Knockney as well. Okay, brilliant. And what did you think of the climate action program?
I liked it.
Yeah. And did you have any favorite bits?
I like making the house of the future.
Okay, that seems to be very popular. And did you was there any bits that you didn't like?
Not really.
No. Okay, great. Off to a good start. Just say hello to Ray McInerney there, who's just joined us from the Education Centre. Hi, Ray.
Hi, Alice. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Morning, Ray.
Just to explain a little bit, I just popped in to say hello and to say a huge thanks to all of you for coming on to our meeting. And we were partners with Alice in designing and developing and in presenting the climate action project. So we just wanted to pop in just to say hello and just to thank you very much for engaging with the project, and especially for coming on to give us your views about the program today. So that's it. Sorry for interrupting. Thanks, Alice.
No bother. Thanks, Ray. So we'll go to Amy Flanagan to say hello.
Hi.
Hi, Amy. What age are you?
I'm 10.
10. And what school do you go to?
Clare National School.
Very good. And did you enjoy doing the climate action program?
Absolutely loved it.
Loved it. Brilliant. Did you have any favorite bits?
Probably making the endangered animals out of clay.
Oh, yeah. That's actually one of my favorite bits as well. And was there any parts that you didn't really like?
I loved all of it. I didn't.
Fantastic. Okay, so we'll say hello to Peter Costello. You're on mute there, Peter, if you might. There we go.
I'm Peter.
Hi, Peter. How are you?
Good.
Good. What age are you, Peter?
I'm 10.
10. And what school are you in?
Ballina Primary School.
Anna. Great. And what did you think? Did you enjoy doing the climate action program?
Yeah.
Any favorite bits?
I also liked making the clay endangered animals.
Yeah, great. Okay. And any bits that you didn't like?
No.
Okay, that's great. Did I say hello to all the children? Who is there behind Michelle Fahy-Rin?
My name is Kaylin.
Kaylin. That's a lovely name. And what school are you in?
Clare.
Caharay. And what age are you?
11.
11. You're the elder of the bunch.
Yeah.
And did you like doing the climate action program?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was your favorite?
Making the town of the future.
Town of the future. Excellent. And was there any part that you didn't like?
No.
No. Okay, this is brilliant. I think I've said hello to all the children. Do the teachers want to say hello?
Alice, I just think Lauren Lynch there in my class. Her.
Oh, Lauren, sorry.
Yeah, no hassle.
Lauren, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
And what age are you?
I'm 10.
And what school? You're in Ballina?
Yes.
Yeah. And did you like doing the climate action program?
Yeah.
Any favorite bits?
I liked making the endangered animals out of clay.
Okay, great. And any bits that you didn't like?
No, I liked it all.
Okay, well, that's brilliant. Do we have any more children with the teachers in the room? No. No. Joe, you are on your own there, you are?
I am, yes.
Yeah, okay. That's grand. What we want to do today is just figure out if we did a good job designing the program so that you liked it, and it sounds like you did all like it. And we just want to check if we were to make a program for, let's say, every school in the country, and we wanted you guys to help us, what we might do differently or what we might keep the same. So I'm just going to ask you a few little questions about the whole thing, and I'm going to ask the children then, if you want to answer, you can put up your hand and then I'll ask you to speak. So did you learn, before you did this climate program, did you learn much about climate change in school? Cahill has his hand up there.
We learned a bit of it in class.
You did. And would you like to learn more though? Did you learn enough in class, or did you think it was really good to do the climate program to get a bit more information?
I liked learning about it, and I'd like to do it again.
You would? Okay, great. Peter Costello has his hand up there.
We did learn quite a bit before this.
You did? Okay, fantastic, because I wasn't sure how much people knew already. Do you think that we gave you enough new information in the course then?
Yeah, you gave us quite a lot of new information.
And did you prefer the information or the activities, or do you think you needed the two things to really learn?
I liked the activities, but the learning was good too. So I think you both of them.
Combination. Okay, great. Amy Flanagan.
Well, we were going to do a lot about it, but then the school closed down. But then we came back, and the program, we were doing the program, and we learned a lot. So then we might do more maybe.
Okay, brilliant. Did anyone else have their hand up there? No, Erin. Well, what I want to ask you now is...
I think young the Rin chap here has had his hand up there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we learned a good bit about it last year, I think it was.
From your teacher?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. And did you learn all the different things, like all the different lessons that we did?
No.
And like, which one do you think maybe was totally new, or you didn't know very much about before you did the climate program?
Well, just all of the CO2, that stuff. We didn't know much about that. We only knew about the animals and what was happening to the earth.
Okay, very good. And let me ask you this one. How do you feel about climate change now? Do you feel differently than you did before you did the program? You can continue. Forgotten your first name.
Kaylin.
Kaylin.
Yeah.
Kaylin.
Yeah.
You feel like, do you feel like you can do something about it, or do you feel like you have a better idea now how we might help?
Yeah, I think we might be able to do something about it now. We've learned a lot, so I'd say so anyways.
Great. And do you think that it's important?
Yeah.
And do you think it's important for other children in the country to learn about climate action?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Who else wants to answer that one? What about Erin? Erin. So how do you feel about it, Erin? Like, were you worried about climate change before the program, or anyway? And
well, before climate change, we kind of learned about it, but not much. So I wasn't that worried. But now, since we're learning about it more,
you're more worried.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, a good thing and a bad thing. But if you're more worried, but do you think that you might be able to do more about it than you did before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
I think there's a huge awareness among kids now about environmental awareness and about climate change. Just judging on, we've done the Intel Mini Scientist for probably the last, 7, 8, 9 years, where the kids choose their own projects. And we've noticed over the last 2 years in particular, I'd say 90% of the projects they choose are based on environmental awareness or climate change. And that's coming from the kids themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I don't doubt I think children are nearly a lot more aware of it than a lot of adults. So that's why we really want your help to make an even better program for more schools. And did you have any trouble doing it over Zoom? I know everyone would probably have preferred if Evelyn was there in the classroom and you could, share the materials and make all the stuff together and all that kind of thing. But did it work okay? Would you be, Marisa has her hand up straight away. Child.
Again, my name is Chloe.
Sorry, Chloe. I have a terrible memory. I'm sorry.
It worked fine, and I think we all would have preferred if she was in the classroom actually, but it all worked great, pretty much all the time.
Okay, brilliant. And did you think that it was really good to have somebody in there working with your teacher to help you to do it?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone new to help out sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, brilliant. Does anyone else want to answer that question as well?
Do you mind if I noticed a lot about
And
student
Joe,
voice there, Alice? I have to say, from a teacher's perspective, the resourcing of the STEAM lesson, of the lessons was excellent. The pack that came out, the support materials in terms of the links to the curriculum, the PDFs that gave the overview, particularly useful. It was I know you had the lessons come out in separate lessons, but the PDF overview was fantastic as well from a planning perspective, and it was really useful in getting organised for the week coming, because I know with 35 kids, and I know we had 35, you kind of, I suppose I was there as a teaching assistant for that lesson really, but aside from usual connectivity issues that you might have, I suppose, I think it went as well as it could have gone. Obviously better face-to-face would have been better, but I think we felt that it went as well as it could have gone, really, to be honest. And you know, apart from the odd bit of gremlins and the internet connection, I think it was really good. So that's just from the teacher's perspective. And I don't know, presume Kira might have, I don't know how Kira felt in it, but that's what I thought of it anyway.
Yeah, Kira, do you want to jump in there?
Yeah, I'd echo what Joe said there. Definitely the resources helped. I suppose it did take a week or two to get used to, I suppose, teaching a lesson through Zoom, and, you know, making sure that Evelyn got to even see or be introduced to the children throughout the 6-week period. You know, over one lesson she wouldn't see everybody, but I suppose I was hoping that everybody would get a chance to chat to her, go up to the screen closer just to show them their project. But overall it worked well. Like Joe was saying, it would be great to have Evelyn in the classroom, but I suppose working as a teacher assistant kind of helped me to make sure Evelyn was there as well to support us. So I know all went well. I think I spotted Lauren's hand up there, so she might be able to echo anything I have to say in Ballina School.
Thanks, Kira. Lauren, do you want to have a chat about that part of it?
Yeah.
Well, what did you think, and how would you? I mean, everyone would probably prefer the person in the room, but did you think it went okay with the Zoom?
I think it went okay, because if Evelyn was in the room, we would have all wanted to go up to her, but that if she was on a Zoom, it was only you got to go up once, and everybody got to go up, I think.
Okay, great. And so I'm just going to look at the list of lessons here, so I remember everything that she did. We would have loved to have been able to bring all of your projects in the end to do some kind of a little exhibition, so that you could show the rest of your school and maybe the rest of your community all the great things that you did with the houses of the future and the really nice clay animals and the trees and all that kind of thing. So did you get a chance maybe to talk to any of the rest of the classes in your school, or the people in your family about the projects that you did? Amy has her hand up.
Yeah, I talked to her about it.
And what did they think? Were you were they asking you lots of questions, or what were you showing them?
Yeah, I was showing them my clay animals and my house of the future, and my trees and my globes.
Yeah, brilliant. And do you think that it's important for us to talk to everyone in our families and our friends about climate change, so that maybe we can do some more about it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you think that grown-ups talk about it enough?
No, not at all.
I agree. What is that? Does anybody else want to talk about that part? How would you like to end the program? We were kind of stuck because of lockdown and Zoom, but if we were going to do the program again, when school is open properly, how would you like to end it? And I see Peter with the hand up there. Oh, you're still on mute, Peter.
I would like to end it with maybe some art.
Some art? So what do you mean?
Art, maybe if you brought some if you put all the art that you did, your future houses, all the houses in the classroom together, and then took a picture, and then maybe if the parents or something like that came in, and they had a little walk around and saw them.
So you'd like to give them a tour of your green or future houses?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. There's more hands up there. Cahill?
I'd like to end it maybe if we all just done a drawing, we'd do kind of a comic strip on how we deal with during climate change.
Okay, great. That'd be fantastic. A comic strip about climate action for children. Or would you like to do a comic strip that is actually for adults, but made by children?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great idea. Erin. Thanks.
Maybe if we made a piece of art, it could be anything, but something that you're going to throw away.
So it could be something that you're going to throw away.
You're going to throw away, but then you can maybe wash it out and you could bring it into school and you can make
Oh, I see what you mean. So make the art out of recycling and upcycling stuff. Yeah, that'd be a very good idea. Okay, great. Kaylin?
Yeah, I'd like to end it if we got to meet Evelyn in person and we made anything to do with art and climate change.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. And Amy has her hand up as well.
Maybe have a competition, like split the students into little groups. It depends on the school, like small or big groups, and then maybe have like the best energy saving energy display, and for the winner they could have a certificate.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. And are all of you guys are green schools as well, aren't you? Yeah. And do you think that the program that we did helped with you being a better green school, or would you like to connect them a bit more maybe, or have you any thoughts about how we could make that better? Peter, you had a hand up there and then you got nervous.
I'm not in green schools, I don't think.
You were.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe that's one I should direct towards the teachers or principals. So
yeah, so we are a green school, but say Peter may not be our representative in the class. So because we're a large school, we've one representative in each class. So they try to alternate it. But I do know during COVID times, it was very hard to express to the rest of the classes what we were doing through climate change. So Ruby, who's in our class, she was our spokesperson to the committee, and she would have filtered back a lot of this information to the committee, and I would have sent on the pictures to the committee. So they were nearly our center point for it to express it to the rest of the school.
Yeah, I think it's a problem that we kind of have all over the country and in each school and each company, is that it's hard to share the information that we have with everybody and get everybody involved. So that's one thing that we would like to do a little bit more maybe at the end of a climate action program, is give you the opportunity to do your own project. So whether you preferred the sciencey bit or you want to do an art project, but something that you could communicate to the other people in your school and your family. It could be like a video, like a comic strip, like Cathal said, but a way that we can multiply the impact of doing the climate action program and spread it out to more people. So would that be interesting for you guys if you wanted to, like, let's say you did the climate action program and then you had some help to do your own class project, like something that you could put on the internet and share with everybody? Was that too big of a question? Do you think it would be a good idea? Amy, Flanagan?
It would be a great idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. And Peter?
I think it would be a good idea too.
Okay, and Cathal?
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea.
Yeah? Marisha? Sorry, Chloe. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
It would be a great idea.
Yeah, okay, great. And Kaylin and...
Yeah, it'd be a good idea.
Yeah, and Erin?
I think it would be a good idea too.
Okay, and Lauren?
I think it would be a good idea, because then we could share it with like everyone on the internet to show them that they need to like fix it, because we can't, because it's just bad for the earth.
Yeah, I think so too. So it's unanimous. I think we would all like to be able to share all of the brilliant stuff that you guys did a bit more, and then in the next schools work on that kind of part of it. And so if you were to get more help to do climate action programs, would you like, let's say, help from a scientist or an engineer, or maybe somebody in like video production so that you could make really good videos? Are there any bits in it that you thought, okay, we would really like to learn a bit more about this? Amy has an answer, I think.
Maybe we could like bring in scientists and like videos, and we could like maybe learn a bit more about carbon footprint.
Carbon footprints, okay, yeah, that's really good. The next hand up I think I saw was Chloe.
What I was going to say.
Oh, okay. And Peter?
I think I would like to learn a bit more about the main sources of CO2.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of information behind that and we could only put in a small amount. Okay, great. And Cathal?
I'd like to watch more videos on like the rainforest and the cities flooding.
Okay, yeah, you like the drama.
Yeah.
The storms. So we know that with climate change there is going to be more extreme weather events. So I think learning a little bit about that would be really useful as well. Chloe?
I'd like to learn a bit more about the greenhouse gases.
Okay, okay. Did you think it was hard? You can just put a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Do you think it was hard? Yes or no? Hard or like maybe not easy, but okay, okay. Maybe it was too easy if you didn't have enough information. So what I will ask you is, if we were to do this program again in your school, or maybe in a different school, what might you do differently? Or if you were going to be my advisor now to make a new climate program or a slightly different one, what would you be advising me to do? And Chloe has an idea.
I think it would be nice to have a bit more time on the actual activities because some of them felt rushed.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Chloe. Peter?
I think if you did more art, because children tend to like art a lot.
This is true. Yeah, great. Anybody else? Amy?
Maybe have a quiz, like maybe every 2 weeks, to see how they're getting on, or maybe have a bit extend maybe it a bit longer, because maybe the classes should be a bit longer.
Okay, yeah, thank you. And Kaylin?
I think in the first week we could do maybe like the art, and then the next week we can do the learning and stuff.
Okay, brilliant. That might be a good idea. And Cathal, you have one as well?
Maybe after every session we could our teachers could maybe test us and see what we've learned.
Okay, okay, interesting idea. I'm going to open that one up to the teachers as well. Do you want to throw
I think Chloe made a great point there. At times there was a lot of content in the lessons and it might have felt a bit rushed. And I guess we didn't always get to finish everything. And again, then we'd say, okay, we'll finish this before next week. So maybe I was sort of flagged and kind of ahead of the program that this is a lot of cross-curricular activities and that. But maybe if they can maybe highlight it a bit more in terms of lessons, okay, these are the activities we're going to do. That was highlighted, but maybe a little note beside them, this will be finished later on. And then if I was then maybe doing my fortnightly plan or whatever, I can set aside some time for my literacy and set aside some time for my art or whatever, that I'm going to be working on finishing off STEAM activities in these lessons or whatever. But
yeah,
I think content wise, I suppose the climate gases, one was the CH2 and the MH. That was more technical. I think it was pitched at a good level that way in terms of the information. There was a good balance between all the different strands that made up the lessons, the art, the science, the technology, engineering. I know pretty good there. I think the balance was spot on there. But that's
so like
what I would have thought.
time is always our issue in all of the programs that we've done, and trying to decide what goes in and what doesn't go in is actually really difficult. And then trying to make sure everyone has enough time to do it. But yeah, we could definitely shrink it down a little bit.
I wouldn't even talk about shrinking it down. I would just flag it well in advance. Look, you're going to have this. It'll take this amount of time to get these lessons completed the way you'd like them to be done. And it's no problem for me to set aside 2 hours to get some maybe English work, or 2 hours for art or whatever. So they might have a ballpark figure. This will take X amount of time to get done, or whatever, the way you'd like it. Yeah. And then just from a forward planning point of view, that'd be just convenient, I suppose. But because sometimes, but it can be hard sometimes, I know, to judge it, how much you're going to get done in a lesson or whatever.
Yeah. What about Ciara? Do you have any?
Yeah, I'd echo there what Joe said, but I also thought Cathal had a great idea of maybe just checking in with kids every now and again to kind of check what they have learned, because there is quite a lot of content. So I suppose just check in, what are they retaining and how much can they bring forward maybe to future classes, especially as they go up to 5th and 6th class. A lot of this information can be kind of delved into a lot more. So I think, as Cathal was saying, a bit of assessment maybe, or a quiz or something like that, just maybe at the end of the week or the end of the month, just to check in with what they've retained.
Yeah. Okay, they're all brilliant ideas and really useful for us to know, to help like other children get involved. Does anyone want to add anything in particular? As I look through are there things that you would like to have included that you might be able to do in your school? For example, if you wanted to actually plant trees or wildflowers, or put up like bird boxes, maybe, things that you could really do in your area. I see Lauren's hand shot up there.
I think, yeah, like planting or just placing bird feeders and trees, or planting a few trees like around the school or something, or around like the neighborhood would be good, because then there's more trees to take in all the carbon.
Okay, great. And Amy?
I think maybe like climate change should be like a subject in school, so that we could maybe if we did it once a week, we could like plant trees and like take up bird feeders, and maybe let the wildlife run, I suppose.
I'd vote for you, Amy, to be the climate ambassador for school. If we could do climate action in school every week, that would be brilliant. Peter?
I think it would be a good idea to do the bird feeders and the bird houses, and just going around and planting a few trees.
Okay, great. And Cathal?
I think it would be a good idea with the bird feeders and the trees, planting trees as well.
Okay. Kaylin?
Yeah, it'd be a good idea, even if we plant some fruit or veg, even it'd be good.
Yeah, fruit and veg would be good too. I think just trying to get us to enable us and all the other kids in the school to be able to do something on the school premises, I think would be a really nice idea. And Erin has her hand up there too.
I think we should plant some flowers, like the wildflowers, because they don't take up too much space.
And what would you think the wildflowers would be good for?
The carbon.
And did you learn about bees?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Chloe has her hand up there as well.
Yeah, I think doing more planting would be a great idea. Planting different things like trees and flowers and maybe fruit and veg.
Yeah, okay. And we'll finish up soon. I guess I would like to know, maybe, are you acting differently now than you would have before about climate action? Lauren has hand up straight away. Go for it.
Yeah, I think like everyone's acting like more careful now that they know what it can do to the earth, and like they're just like knowing that you can't go everywhere in a car. Like you should walk places or cycle, or else it will, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We have to try like save it, because we don't want everyone dying on earth because there's holes in the atmosphere.
Yes, absolutely. Erin?
I think we should cycle to school more and turn off. I think I turn off the lights more and I cycle to school more.
Okay, great. Yeah, they'd be two very positive things to do differently. Kaylin?
Yeah, to make me a lot more aware of what's going around me and how I need to be careful and stuff.
Okay, great. And Chloe?
I feel like a lot more people are actually doing proper recycling now than they did before.
Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. Cathal?
Maybe try not to have as much waste around.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of waste in the country. We could definitely try and make a difference in that direction. And Amy?
Yeah, I'm getting aware, and I have changed a lot because I'm planting trees in my house now, and more of them. And yeah, I'm making myself more aware of what's happening around me.
That's great. That's really good. And I guess I might leave you on a last one, which would be, if we were to try and get every school in the country to have more climate action, who do you think we should write to, or who do you think might be able to make it happen? If we wanted to talk to somebody like in the government, or Peter had the hand up there.
The government could make it happen.
The government could make it happen. How do you think we could help them make it happen?
Well, if we were to have some of the best work from the schools sent off to the government, that would give them more of an idea of what was happening.
That's a very good idea. Well done. Carl, what about you?
And maybe we can write letters to the government and like saying like the government should tell everybody that they need to work now to try and stop it.
Yeah, definitely. That's a really good idea as well. I think Amy, you had your hand up as well.
Yeah, we should write to like Eamon Ryan, Minister of Environment.
Yeah, I think we should, for sure. And Lauren?
Yeah, I think write to like the president and then get him to like try to tell everyone, because if everyone knows, then they'll be more aware of what's happening.
Absolutely. Erin, did you have a hand up there? I might have missed you out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah, I think we should write to like the government too.
Yeah. Did you talk to the mayor in the program? Did anyone talk to the mayor? Or maybe she sent you a video, was it? I'll direct that question to Kaylin.
Yeah, she did. She sent us a video.
Okay, and what did you think of that?
It was good, yeah. We learned a bit from it anyways.
Yeah, good to know that people in the authorities are getting involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Chloe, I think I missed your hand there.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that we did see a video from the mayor.
Okay. Cathal, you have your hand up again.
Yeah, we saw a video as well.
Yeah. And to the teachers and to Ray and Jim as well, have you got any ideas about how we should better kind of finish the program to direct future action?
I think you mentioned collaboration earlier on and how do we share, and this year obviously with COVID it was very difficult because we were sort of in our pods in our classroom and we weren't allowed to basically really even interact with the other classes. But going forward, I think obviously you have the green flag, something to that effect, where at the end of it the children would get some sort of a badge. I know they get the certificate. We actually didn't, we were supposed to, we were holding off and doing it. Evelyn was thinking about coming in when it all ended to present, but if we could sort of give the children a little bit more ownership, I suppose encourage them to become little mini activists if they could become, because I'm conscious that the program isn't rolled out to every school, and you know, next year Knockney mightn't get to do it or whatever. And that if those children could then become climate ambassadors, or they get some sort of an award at the end of it, and they have a responsibility as well, that their responsibility is to spread and tell the other children in the school what they've learned, to make presentations to the other children about what they've learned. I think if they knew that at the start of the programme, that they were going to have that bit of responsibility at the end, I think to be really focused in on the information that they're getting, and that because they know they're going to have to feed this back to other children. And also some sort of a form that, you know, that the school, some sort of a little bit of a merit for the school. The school participated in the STEAM climate action program, and we have climate action ambassadors in our school, and come and ask us that kind of way. I think you encourage activism in the children a little bit more, and it would make sure it's not going to be tokenistic, that it's going to be, that they're going to be there to really genuinely, you know, spread the message about what they've learned, etc. I think that might be one little tweak, although I have to say again, the support and the resources were fantastic, you know. That well, might be a help.
You guys might not know this, but I just want to let you know that the difference that children can make as they get older and start to change things. So in Cork, in the university where I work, it was the first green campus. So it's basically like a grown-up green school. But one of the first sets of people who did green schools, she actually became a student in the university and started the green campus movement in the university. So that really made a difference. And then University College Cork became one of the most sustainable in the world. So you guys,
exactly,
the children that I'm speaking to, you can have a really big difference. And you might not think that sometimes if you're in your own school and you think it's just you, and especially with COVID, you're kind of separated. But it really made a huge difference. The first few green schools children that came all the way through and then spread that message all the way through university. So don't underestimate how much you guys can help us to get our act together a bit more. And what about Ciara or Jim? Have you any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I would think so as well. I think I suppose it'd be important to link in with the community as well. I feel with our active flag in school, we're very closely linked with, you know, sports clubs like the GA and everything like that. So I suppose if we are going down to make change in the community as well, I suppose start small with our local area, even to touch base with the tidy towns or different organisations that it's not solely in the school either, kind of spread it out to the whole community of Bellna, and I suppose that could spread its wings even further.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I as far as I can gather, it was one class in every school that did this. But I think there should be an element built into the program where that class then go and show what they've done to the other classes, either a class below them or a class above them. Unless, for argument's sake, in Joe's case, there was 4th class to the 3rd class and 5th class. And that 5th class could go and spread to 6th class. And I think kids learn an awful lot from each other. And if we could use what one class learns to teach others, I think that would be a huge starting point.
Okay, and if you were to pick a class then to start with for sort of maximum leveling up and down, what would you suggest?
I don't know, Joe, I'd say either 4th or 5th.
4th or 5th.
Yeah.
I think 4th is a nice one personally, because there's no cynicism. It's pure, you know, and they're at a stage where they actually are, they're old enough to make sense of the world, and you know, they mightn't just have the language maybe the 5th or 6th would have to communicate, but you can work on that. So I think from that point of view, and definitely make a big deal that they're ambassadors. They are, by participating in the course, they've got some sort of an award to give them that sense of responsibility that this is, I have to, this means a lot what I have to do here, and it's an honor to do this kind of thing. I think that would help as well, probably.
You see, unfortunately, with COVID, the other classes didn't get to see what was going on in that particular class. Normally, when we do displays, other classes come in and learn from what's going on inside in the classroom. That wasn't an opportunity we had this year.
Yeah, I mean, normally we would have ended a program or this program by when we give out the certificates. I know you haven't gotten them yet, but they are there to say congratulations. We would normally arrange like all the other classes or some kind of visitors to come in, and maybe some press, like, so you'd get maybe your picture in the paper, and that way everyone in your town would know what you're doing and how great it was. So there's lots of things like that COVID kind of made much more difficult, but we can work on those for the next one.
And Alice, how many schools were involved in this project?
Just 6 in this particular program.
6, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, we have about 150 schools doing different programs, so science, engineering, maths, technology, and things like that. So this was a partnership with Ray and Evelyn to work on this climate action one in particular, but we will be rolling it out hopefully to more schools. And then that's one question actually is I have for the teachers as well, is if you were to only if we made a digital version accessible and you had to put together the kit, do you think that would work? I'm trying to find ways to get more schools involved more quickly.
Keep spoon feeding them then.
Unfortunately, that is reality.
I think it would, if the resources weren't going to be sent out, it wouldn't be as attractive proposition. I know that's, but at the same time, if you were to go down that route, it would just, I know this sounds so silly, but you're at the start of the year, you've a million and one things going on as a teacher, across the range. So to make it as simple as clear as possible, this is what you need. These are where you get it. These are, presume that, make it as simple and dumb it down. There's nothing wrong. I think the more you dumb things down, the better, and to make it as simplistic as possible, because the least amount of hassle, I suppose, for a teacher, they have to think that, okay, well, this is straight enough for it. Just go to here to get the X, Y, and Z. Even a shopping list or something like that, and then that's what I would do, I suppose, if the resources weren't going to be supplied, I suppose.
Certainly, Alice, if you're trying to promote it and trying to get more schools involved, throwing it back on schools and teachers probably isn't the way to go about it, I'd imagine. I'd imagine like what you've done with this program is the way to keep going if you can afford it. And
the key point there, Jim, is the cost.
The cost, yeah.
The cost, yeah. Alice, I was just going to say, I find this amazing. The fact that you have created a collaborative space here through this discussion, that the adults and the children are having a real genuine conversation about a topic, and about how we can all learn. I mean, something like this it's brilliant, and maybe I know it's part of the evaluation as opposed to part of the program, but I'm thinking here, listening to all this, saying this should be a fundamental part of any program. However we work it going forward, that we end up facilitating some kind of a conversation like this where we can genuinely have a conversation as children and adults.
I think
well done for organising this. It's a great element of it.
Oh, no problem. I think that like part of all of our other programs, like our science programs and engineering ones as well, is that there is this conversation. I know it's only in one classroom, but there is a discussion, and I think it's really important, and I hope the children agree actually, that it's really important for us to be able to talk about things that are hard or we don't really understand or we might need help with. And we can all, like, children often have much better ideas than grown-ups, because like Joe said, you're not cynical, you haven't been around long enough, that you still have a lot of hope. And it's really useful. It's very helpful to grown-ups. But yeah, I definitely think it would be great to have more of this, like children representing your voices, so that we can listen and make better choices for you guys. And also, I think what would be a brilliant thing if we could do it is have a podcast. Do you guys listen to podcasts at all? The kids mainly. Chloe?
I've listened to a podcast once or twice, but not that often.
Okay. And what about Peter?
I've listened to one, the Blue Peter podcast.
Okay, great. And Cahill?
No, I've never.
No. Well, okay, I will ask you guys then. If we were to make something like videos or interviews or places for people like this to chat about climate action and different things that affect children, where would you put it? Like, do you guys watch YouTube, or do you watch, where would you go to find new information? Peter?
Would either have to be YouTube or the internet, because that's generally the place that you would tend to find children the most.
Okay. Cahill, any other ideas?
I'd ask my parents first, and then if not, I'd go to the internet.
Yeah. Good call. Erin?
I go to YouTube too.
YouTube. Okay. And Lauren?
Yeah, I think YouTube or the internet would be the best, because like that's where you'd find most people like all the time. So yeah.
True. And Kaylin?
Yeah, I'd say YouTube as well, because that's most popular.
Okay. Amy, do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chloe, did you say you listened to a podcast as well? So okay, so that's interesting, because sometimes we have really terrible ideas about where to put stuff for children, and we never even ask you. So we will work on that a little bit more. Okay, well, we're nearly past an hour, so thank you everybody for taking the time. I know you're really busy, and homeschooling, I don't know if that's hard or easy. Is it? Thumbs up for homeschooling? Or thumbs down? Mixed reactions. So thank you very much. With the little video that we made of you guys doing the program is fantastic. I love it. It looks like you did brilliant work, and I wish we could have been able to visit all of the schools at the end and give out the certs, but I think Evelyn will be coming along in March, hopefully when you're open again, to give you guys the certificates. And I think we have an oak tree for everybody, assuming I am able to actually come to Clare and bring it to your school. So Peter has a question.
It's not really a question. It's something that I thought would be a good idea.
Okay.
Maybe if you got the community more involved, like if you had a fund, like they could donate money for planting trees in the area.
Okay. Good plan. Good plan. Cahill, you've got one too?
And maybe we can all try and maybe pick up some rubbish.
Yeah, I think start simple is always a good way. And don't drop rubbish in the first place, I guess, would be the beginning point. But when you find it, yeah, it would be great to pick it up, even every time you go for a walk. Kaylin, do you have a hand up there? I can only see the top half of you. No. Okay, Peter?
Also, maybe if you got a fund from the government and they could maybe roll it across the schools.
Yeah, that would be very good. That would be great, in fact. Okay, I don't want to keep you too much longer. So thank you so much. If anybody wants to say anything final, or if you want to get in touch afterwards, if anyone has any amazing ideas, feel free to pass them on. We'll try and work them into the next version.
Thanks very much, Alice, and for all your hard work and resources. And I'd just like to say well done to all the children here. Thanks very much. You guys are what makes it. You guys, like Alice said, you have been fantastic, and you're a credit to yourselves, to your schools. So thanks very much.
No problem. Thanks, Joe, and thanks to all the children.
Can I just say, I think the children spoke exceptionally well, and they obviously are already fantastic ambassadors for their school, and they should be very proud of themselves, because they were absolutely brilliant. So well done, everybody. Excellent.
And a big thank you to Evelyn for facilitating it really well as well. I know you all got on brilliantly. And so hopefully when we spread this out, we'll be able to have lots of different artists around the country and different schools and lots of different scientists and loads of different teachers. Hopefully doing some teacher training as well to support it. So yeah, watch this space, I guess. And thanks a million to Ray for Ray's been a rock through this process. So thank you so much. We might make you might find yourself on the internet a little bit after this. We might pick out some little clips of you guys, or maybe just the audio, so that we can do a little bit of sharing despite COVID. Okay.
Alice, did you mention there was a video, sort of a video of, was that sent out, or is it maybe?
I was just about to say, I don't know. Did I get that either?
Oh, really?
Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, well, maybe I did, but I can't remember getting that. Could have missed it with all the amount of emails.
Okay, yeah, I'm 90% sure that I sent it to everybody. However, it's been an insanely busy year, so I'll send it around again. But definitely, and it's on our social media, and Ray, I'm sure it's on the Education Centre website too, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just looking at my Vimeo account here to see that I uploaded to it, but I didn't. I must try and find that. I know we did.
Well, I definitely have it on YouTube. So I
can share the link on Seesaw anyway. That's fine. And maybe even if we have actually, you know what, I might even Jim might share it on our school website if that's possible. I'd say we might be able to do that.
Yeah, because I don't think I've gone completely mad. I actually think I sent it as a download to people so they could put it on the website again. But I'll just research.
Lovely. I'll check. I could have missed it. To be honest, I could have missed it. That's fine.
I'll send it to if you haven't seen it, it looks fantastic. You all look brilliant, and it's
Oh, great.
Really
That's great. Thanks, Alice. It's good to know. Thanks again. Bye now.
Okay. Thanks to Colin, Amy, Chloe, Kaylin, Aaron, Peter, and here, Jim, Joe. Right.
Bye, guys. Thanks a million, Alice.
Bye. Bye.
Guys.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. See you, Kyle. Bye, Lauren. Hi, Cahill. Are you trying to leave? Okay, there we go. Oh, Sinead, you can turn on mute again. Unmute there. There.
Do you want me to go? Will I go or will I stay?
Well, Ray, this is my colleague Sinead.
How are you, Ray?
How are you doing? No, I'm just looking for that video. I can't find it, and I know you sent it on to us, and it should be on our website. And I'm looking here and I don't see it. I'm half embarrassed now.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll send it around again. Like, it's just been such an insane year all around. I think that went well though, did it?
They were fantastic.
That was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant. It really was. It was brilliant. And
like,
that
the children are great. I have no I never have any. My hope lies with the children, I would say. Like, you can do really interesting stuff with them as well, like walking debates and things like that, so they don't have to always verbally articulate what they're thinking.
But that format, Alice, you see, and I know, you know, Joe may well be able to create something like that inside his own classroom, but to be able to bring kids together from different schools and have kids and adults like that in a facilitated discussion, that was actually absolutely brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. And if we could create something like that as part of the project, some big consultative forum somewhere or another, oh my goodness.
We definitely, like, we can write that into the proposal, Ray.
It is so powerful. Can you imagine if we did some big webinar and we invited schools from all over the country to come in and register on the webinar and have a couple of kids meet school representing their school?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, secondary schools do it for the, sorry, Sinead, for the like the Model UN and stuff like that. I would love if we had a mini, you know what, mini, I don't mean size, I mean younger, a younger version of something similar for primary school, I think would be amazing.
Very interesting also, wasn't it, that what Joe said, I mean, he's a sound teacher and he's very, very motivated, but he said the kit is essential.
And I know, like, we keep coming back to this issue and everybody wants the in-person with the kit. And it's extremely challenging, as you well know, to make that pay.
But look, it's great feedback.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's great feedback. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
I was just going to say, if there had been anybody in that meeting from any government, it was just so fantastic, as you said, Ray, because you had every voice there just in one. It was so powerful, you know, the feedback and the views of the children. It was brilliant. I thought the children were amazing, as always they are.
They were, but it was the listening that was going on. Like they were listening to each other, and they listened to the adults, and the adults listened to the children, and everybody in that room was in there as a single, unique, equal voice, regardless of age or status or anything else. And it just creates a really powerful environment for having a discussion. It was brilliant.
It's great.
All right.
Great, thank you. Well, we'll write a proposal in the next week, hopefully. If you have any brilliant ideas you want to add in, I'll probably include a bit of this now.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you get reply from the other guy?
No reply.
No. Okay.
No reply. Just an acknowledgement that they got it.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. We'll talk to you again. So.
All right. Nice to meet you, Ray. Take care.
Okay. Thanks, Sinead. Thanks, Alice. Bye.
I'll chat to you later, Sinead. I need to just